Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to Gashi's Comment TV. William Samoei Ruto and Raila-Ruto are crafting a new cabinet, a new lineup with some surprise candidates. And Kenyans are waiting with bated breath to see these new faces that are expected to actually give William Samoei Ruto a new lease, at least to see if he's going to win the trust of Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be surprise candidates. I'm not saying that they'll be there, but there could be surprise candidates. I'm having two names that could actually surprise Kenyans. One is that of Samuel Mark Oure, the youthful leader who was actually involved in the struggle wakati wa Gen Z, but later joined ODM. And if you look at Samuel has been very, very close to Raila-Ruto. He has been very close to William Samoei Ruto, and he is actually the head of the youth, that is the league in ODM. Now, I am expecting that Raila-Ruto is going to nominate him into William Samoei Ruto's cabinet. The reason why he would be actually nominated is to represent the youth. Number two, when you look at this gentleman is gifted when it comes to the oratory skills. When you look at this gentleman is a politician, truth be told. And he knows how to play the game. And what he has done is to align himself with ODM, because it is very, very clear that his eyes or his sights are on a bigger office. So he could be in the cabinet, nominated by none other than Raila-Ruto. Number two, surprise candidate who could join William Samoei Ruto's cabinet is Pauline Njoroge. Pauline Njoroge has been working with Raila-Ruto. She was there in the team that was actually the technical team that was in Addis Ababa, that was moving from one country to the other, visiting heads of state, campaigning for Raila-Ruto. But as fate would have it, Raila lost the game. So Pauline is also a close ally of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. This is my conclusion about Pauline Njoroge. If Pauline Njoroge is nominated in the cabinet, and if she accepts that position, in which case it's her right to accept, I'll conclude one thing, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is supporting William Samoei Ruto. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is working with William Samoei Ruto and is likely to support him even in 2027. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? That will be the easiest thing to conclude, because you see, Uhuru is Jubilee, and this is one of the leaders of the Jubilee, Pauline that is, and she has been very, very close to Jubilee leadership. And the reason why somebody like Pauline will be appointed, one, when it comes to communication, Pauline is gifted, truth be told. Mugala muwe na haki mpe. She's a very good orator. She is also a very good writer. Her communication strategy are excellent. And who would not want such a person in the cabinet? Who would not want such a person to be the face of his government? Because you see, one of the areas that William Samoei Ruto has been failing is in the cabinet. If you look at the cabinet of William Samoei Ruto, from day one, that is when he failed. No, when you compare the first cabinet of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to that of William Samoei Ruto, and then that of the founding father, Jomo Kenyatta, and even Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi and Kibaki, you would agree with me that William Samoei Ruto's cabinet has remained the most incompetent. Whether it has been deliberate or not, I don't know. But somehow, there's a school of thought that claims that it is deliberate. that William Samoei Ruto does not like working with a competent team, a team that will deliver, because he fears to be overshadowed. He fears that these guys could deliver, and once you deliver, you are likely to gain popularity, something that William Samoei Ruto will not be very, very comfortable with. And William Samoei Ruto has always been looking at royalty instead of looking at excellence and competence. That is why he has been failing. So by bringing such young blood, what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? And which other names are you expecting? Because I'm expecting these two names. Most likely, they'll be in the cabinet, as long as they accept. If you look at our country today, you agree with me that, if we cannot get it right in the executive, this country will not move anywhere. Because you see, everything starts and ends at the president's desk. But what do we say? We see a president who is always on the rooftop of vehicles campaigning. In fact, like now I'm wondering, William Samoei Ruto is campaigning in Nairobi. And he's struggling even to actually meet the people. People do not want actually to listen to him. If you look at some of the videos that were posting yesterday, or were posted online yesterday, you agree with me kwamba watu hawataki kumsikiliza rais. And William Samoei Ruto is spending a lot of time. Sasa ananyeshewa kwa mvua instead of working for the people. And this one is something that Kenyans are taking with a lot of seriousness, and they don't like it, by the way. Because, like yesterday, I had a conversation with some people, elderly as they were, and they were asking, when does the president work? When does he sit down and find out where the country is getting it wrong? And ni wakati gani anaketi katika ofisi yake, kama vile Kibaki alikuwa anaketi katika ofisi yake, mwaziri anampata pale, kwa mfano, like now, the Minister for Roads, akae pale amuulize, how many kilometers of roads have we tarmacked since we came into office? And why are we getting it wrong? Then, like now, the issue of she and Sha, whatever, it is failing, total failing. But when you look at it, even when Kenyans are complaining, the president is still campaigning. That is why we are getting it wrong. Campaigning instead of working for the people. And when you look at what the president is doing in Nairobi, for example, what is he going to do for 5 days in Nairobi? 5 days. I wish he could be now meeting the Minister of Agriculture, asking him, je, fertilizer bolea imefikia wakulima? Pembejeo au mbegu zimewafikia wakulima? Mashamba yamelimwa vizuri? Mambo iko hivi, iko haji? That's the way to go. But now, I think the leadership is where we get it wrong. And one thing that politicians are very good at telling us, that they are uniting us. And it is, but Kenyans have no problem with themselves or among themselves. Wakenya hawana shida. Shida ni viongozi. Kwa sababu hawa ndio ambao wanatuletea mama anakuambia wewe Mkikuyu, wewe Mkalenjin, wewe sijui nini. Sisi majirani zetu ni Wakamba, majirani zetu ni Wakikuyu, majirani zetu ni Wajaluo, majirani zetu ni Wakisii, marafiki wetu vile vile. But now when it comes to leaders, anakuja na kuambia hivi, sijui jamii yetu. This country have always said us only two tribes, the rich and the poor. And I've always said Raila-Ruto, Uhuru and others belong to the same tribe. The tribe of the rich. Otieno, Amolo, Kivutha, sijui nini, hawa watu wa chini. The common man is another tribe. And now, lakini sasa viongozi, because they benefit by dividing Kenyans, ndio sasa waambiwe tupigie nini. Hakuna kitu inasaidia. Because you see, what Kenyans need to understand is that, and this is something also the leadership need to understand. Kenyans have no problem with William Samoei Ruto, but they have the problem of poor leadership, poor governance. That's the problem is. They have problem with the corruption. They want to see jobs. They want to see companies opening, factories, industry. That's what they want to see. They want to see roads be constructed, no matter who is going to do it. So the mambo ya kusema sijui ati kwa sababu ni Mkalenjin, sijui kwa sababu nini ndio watu wanalamika, hapana. It is not the case. It is not the case. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. I don't know what you think, but William Samoei Ruto and Raila Odinga are going to unveil a new cabinet very, very soon. Have a blessed day.